Alrighty, folks. So, this is not just a message to you folks directly, but to YouTube in of itself. Excuse me. So, I'm not going to say too much on the AI verification thing that's allegedly supposed to, happen today, or anything. In the end, whatever happens, happens. But I'm done hiding. I'm tired of sugarcoating, beating around the bush. I finally had enough. I was up all night, kind of dreading, of course, for some worry and stuff, but again, you never know. You just have to wait and see what happens. And I finally, honestly, had enough with all of the bullshit that's been going on this platform here. Because and like I said before, folks, and everything, I know I keep saying it a bunch of times. I said my last post, and not my last post, but in some other posts and everything, yada yada. I've been on this channel since the very end of 2013. And ever since that long period of time, I've watched this platform crumble away and slowly burn away like a dying candle. And I'm all for protection, extra safety. You can never be too safe, but you can always be too sorry. I don't mind doing two-step verifications, as much as that's kind of a bit annoying and a hassle, a bit tedious. And I don't mind selecting the stupid I'm not a robot, which who the hell even is, at least very soon, whatever, but that's been around since like what, 2010 or something. Point is, I don't mind dealing with tedious stuff. I can deal with a bunch of other, unlocking the door per se, like the door that has like a million locks, whatever, from top to bottom, like a tower of locks. I don't mind unscrewing every single one of those and opening it, even if it takes more time and everything. I can deal with that, just as an extra safety. But when you start asking, either by just simply ask or force of giving away my state ID or my credit card, that's when I drop the ball. That's when I draw the line. And I know I said, if it ever comes to pass or whatever, I'm going to do, the selfie option, which is really not a selfie. It's like a video processing thing, whatever. So it's not like you can just, take a picture of yourself and call it good. You got to do, different tasks like this, move around, as it says or whatever. And the fact that folks in the UK can do this, with freaking Sam from Death Stranding. I don't care much for that, game really anyway, honestly. But point is that, he's, an adult character and everything. The fact that they can do that over there and AI still says you're good, still should show to each and every one of you around the world that this is complete utter BS. And not only that, but the hacks as well. So I refuse to give away my state ID, not because I'd be like, okay, fine, whatever, but because it's a legit utter privacy. I may not be a millennial generation or whatever. I may not be in the millennial generation. I'm still a Gen Z. But my parents, and I've been taught all my life that you never, ever give away private personal information, especially something as much as a credit card or government ID. And with hacks happening more and more common, it's like an everyday basis at this point. I see it everywhere on my Discord, not directly me personally, thankfully, but many of my friends. Red Griffin, one of my best friends that I've known and everything, has gone hacked. Depressingly and everything, very sadly. Another friend of mine recently, just a few days ago, has gone hacked. It's insane. It's like everywhere. And I know Discord's not the same as Google or whatever, but you folks remember the Google hack that happened like last year or whatever? Remember the Social Security hack that like happened last year as well? It's utterly insane, folks. So why in the living hell would I ever give away YouTube or Google my state ID? Why would I do that? I refuse to let my name, my own ass, be given over to a third party company or whatever just so that someone hacker can snitch it away. If you want my state ID, if you want all of this and that and stuff, then damn prove it's safe. Or at the better yet, just trust us. I've had this channel for over 11 years now, like I said, folks, as I keep saying. I've grown significantly over the channel. I still have a lot to go through and grow and everything, yes. I still make mistakes. I am not perfect. I'm not perfect with anything. But I've truly drawn the line here, folks, because I've watched this channel, not this channel, but this platform crumble away before me, before my eyes. And I finally had enough here with this. And I feel like now is important more than ever that we stand together united. I said it before and I'll say it again over and over and over and over and over and over again, folks, that it does not matter if you're trans. It does not matter if you're, this or that, if you're religious or not, if you're this, if you're an atheist. It truly does not matter, folks, because this affects everyone. Even though, yes, it's a small portion, even though, yes, nothing may really happen today or whatever, the point still stands that I refuse to give away my state ID or credit card to YouTube just to be on the platform here. Because when you start asking for personal shit like this, that's when I draw the line. I know everything's not perfect and everything, but when you start adding in AI to determine for me, myself, it tells me what it thinks I am, regardless of what I say, regardless of what the proof is or whatever. That's when I draw the line. So let me just say real quick here, folks. Right, I'm not trying to go on a tangent here, even though I just did. So let me explain to you folks real quick what I'm gonna do here from here on out and why I changed my profile picture over to this little character guy here. It's like a clip thingy, whatever. So what I changed my profile to is known as Clippy. And what Clippy is that he was a little AI assistant, character or whatever, back in like 2006 or 7 with Windows XP or whatever. And the special thing is about Clippy here is that Clippy here was like a little companion, character bot, back in the day. He would just help out with simple basic tasks, even if they were bare bone or whatever. He was, just kind and everything. And the main thing why everyone is changing over to this character here, this, little bot profile here with Clippy, is that he never asked for any personal information. There was no terms of service to agree on or anything. There was nothing, any cookie cutter or any manipulation or data sucking in or whatever. It was just simply just, little Clippy, and he was basically helping out, with your tasks or whatever. I feel like AI should have stopped there and everything. And the reason we're all showcasing this is to showcase that not only that we're not standing up against this AI age verification bullshit, but also that, at least to me, the way I'm taking it, is that AI should only be determined based on what we tell it what to do. AI does not control us, we control AI. You know, we don't tell a refrigerator doesn't tell us what we should and shouldn't eat. We tell the refrigerator, I know it's kind of weird, but like, you folks get what I mean. AI should always be a pet, not an owner. And for AI to determine for us, for me, for everyone else, what it thinks it is on me, not on what we say, but what it says, that's an immediate red flag, though. I am not giving my state ID. I am not giving my credit card. I am not giving YouTube anything. So, let me end this video here because I don't want this to be too long. So let's cut to the chase, right? Let's cut to the cheddar cheese here with this, folks. So, what I'm going to do from here on out is keep my profile picture as Clippy. And, I just hope you folks can join on in with me. The reason we're all doing this is to make a stand against YouTube. Yes, YouTube is my hobby, it is my life, but I don't need YouTube. Okay? YouTube needs me. YouTube started, right? YouTube back in like 2005 or 6, whichever. YouTube started on us, the content creators. We are the ones that uploaded the videos. We are the ones that gave likes on each of those videos. We are the ones that left comments, both hateful or non-hateful, supportive or hatred. We left the comments. We are the ground up of this foundation. We are the ones that helped build the foundation of this tower of YouTube that we all hold now. But it's at a point now to where they have a system that lets us take away our voice. It takes away our freedom, and it's a direct threat of freedom of speech. When you start silencing other YouTubers, when you start doing this and that, that's an immediate red flag. So, here's what's gonna happen here, folks. I'm gonna not upload after this video here. I ask each and every one of you, not asking, rather telling, but I don't like saying that because I don't want to seem like a dictator or whatever, but this is very well true, folks. It's a very serious thing, and we must stand together united, regardless if you're a kid or not, if you're LGBT, if you're, trans or whatever, if you're religious, this does not matter whatsoever. We have been divided for so long. We have been so divided and split throughout the world for far too long, folks. And it's time that we show true equality. Not by outbesting each other or whatever, but by making a true stance of making everything equal. Regardless the circumstance, regardless whatever the case. If we want equality in this world, we need to make everything equal. That's as in, if everyone gets one slice of pizza, everyone gets one slice of pizza. Regardless if you believe in a god or not, or goddess or whatever. Regardless if you're an atheist. Regardless if you're LGBTQ plus whatever or not. It does not matter, folks. It's all the same. Everyone gets one cookie. Everyone gets one pizza. Everyone gets one of everything. Regardless the circumstance. Because if you push towards 2 slices instead of 1, that just shows you that you're more entitled. You feel more entitled. So here's what, I know I keep saying this, but here's what I'm going to do, folks. Here's what we're going to do here. And I hope you folks join on in with me. You don't have to, because at the end of the day, it's your choice. I'm not saying this as a must directly in the sense that you have to do this, because it's still your choice. And I always believe in freedom of choice at the very end of the day. But I really, really strongly hope that you join in with me here on this protest here. So I am not going to make another video after this until this is finally done and over with. So I changed my profile picture, over to Clippy. If you want to do the same or whatever, just look up on Google or whatever, and switch it over from there. I I will not stand here and let YouTube decide for me on what it thinks it is. I am not backing down anymore after this. I am not beating around the bush. Like I said, half my life's work is on this channel here. It would really suck for it to go. But you know what? I don't need YouTube. As much as I upload here, as much as I love this platform here, I don't need YouTube. I got other things in life, like I've shown you folks before here and everything. I've got my e-bike that I use. I got an actual job, that I go over to work and stuff and everything and do my job there. I have friends in life that I stay connected with and everything. I have games I love playing. My point is that I love YouTube, but YouTube is my life, but YouTube isn't needed on me, okay? None of the platforms or social media is. It's like having toys, I guess. I love playing with the toys. The toys are fun, but I don't need the toys. I just want them. It's the very same thing here with everything I do. Not just on this channel, but with my whole internet life, with this computer, with my games and everything. It's not a need, it's a want. I need food to survive as much as anyone else. I need water. I need, a positive mindset to keep myself from not being so depressed. There's things I need, but there's also things that I want. And today, folks, as of today, I'm only going to be focusing on mainly the things that I need. And I don't need YouTube. If this is what it's going to take to be on the channel, if this is what it's going to take to be a content creator, then I'm signing out. Because I absolutely refuse to risk myself even for a safety thing or whatever, or even for the kids or whatever. I refuse to give away my state ID. Because the last thing I need is for some stupid hacker from DedSec, Watchdogs or whatever, right? Last thing I need is for some real stranger or criminal to take over and to have my state ID right then and there, all because your stupid AI deemed me as a minor. I refuse. I already made a post, stating that I'm protesting against this, and I am fully protesting against this, folks. And I hope and pray that you all are with me here on this journey here. I'm going to be spreading this message everywhere, all over my social media platforms and everything, and I hope you folks join in as well. I'm going to make my voice as loud as possible, and even if we fail in the end, at least we died trying, And I will not stand for this anymore. I am not hiding. This is wrong. This is control and everything. And I refuse to let this pass. Let's spread the word, folks. Let's get this out as much as we can. Enough is enough. It's time that we unite once and for all, folks. It's time we stand together. It's time we all join in together on this. Because this affects everyone. It's time to put aside our differences, our different colors. It does not matter what color you are, both in the sense of, skin and personality or whatever. It does not matter because all color is the fucking same, folks. We do not say a red is different from a blue, but nonetheless, all different colors are all colors the same nonetheless. So why don't we do the very same here with us as humanity, folks? of all shapes and sizes, of all colors. It does not matter. It's all the same. Let's spread the word, folks. Let's give our voices. Enough is enough. I will see you all much later. Not sooner or later, much later. Good luck, everyone.